Good night, everybody. We are Tuesday, 6th of August. I've been waiting for the dust to come down before doing this audio on Clov, naturally. So, what I have to say. Yesterday, with the market going down, we see this incredible big candle with the open. Clov have been opening at 1.5 and close at 188 on very high volume, 10 million in volume. And today, after the earnings, we have a little bit of profit taking on regular volume, 6-7 million. So, what we can see, technically speaking, is that yesterday it was unexpected. So, a lot of short sellers, institution, whatever, take advantage of the very low price at 1.5 to load the boat. And Clov have been closing on high volume in the last 15 minutes of trading. A lot of big order pass at the high of the day before the earnings, and then today the little drop. So when you see the chart, you understand that basically yesterday it was an opening at the very low of the uptrend channel. We are still in the channel, so it was just an opportunity for the one who have been selling at the top or who didn't have a position to buy a Clov at a good price. And in the after hours during the earnings, we touched $2 yesterday, and today we close at 183, 184. Basically, when you see the graph, you can say that even at 1.6, 170, we are still in good shape in regard of the incredible run that Clov have been having from 0.6 back in the last days of May. We have made basically triple the price from 0.6 to 1.8. So basically it's quite normal that some people going out, some people going in, and nothing to worry about. The earnings was very good in all the aspects. Incredible numbers. Basically the next stage of the story is very interesting. It's clearly a value growth stock that, in my humble opinion, should close the year around Christmas or something like that, between $3 and $4. I think we will be over there, and then the best is to come with the 2025 numbers, which should be a lot better, and with the SaaS contribution and all that. So what to do now? Basically, I think that best case scenario, depending on the market, you may see maybe a drop to 1.6, 1.7. If that's the case, it's an opportunity to average down for the one who are buying. And today profit taking was very controlled, was very regular, nothing to worry about. But the point I want to talk about is not especially about that, because that's not very interesting. It's short-term noise. what I want to say is that when Clov, let me see, when Clov was having like 49 million shares short, we were at 0.6. Now we are 35. So basically, between the short selling covering and the buying from Clov, who have been buying for $2 million of his own stock, that's what they say in the earnings. 1.7, I think, million dollar. 1.7 million shares at $2 million they have been buying. Now we have 35 million shares short who remain. And vast majority of these shorts are underwater, big time. They have been shorting at 120, 110, $1, 90 cents, 80 cents. And they need to cover this 35 million share short. So when you see that by covering 12, 13 million, the price triple, I let you imagine what's going to happen when they cover the 35 million who remain. I suspect, if I should say something, that when we're going to pass $2 on high volume, that may happen in the weeks to come, you will see a lot of short seller will be forced to cover on margin calls, because at that point I think we will never see a sub $2 price again on Clov. And I suspect we're going to have some kind of a kind of flash upside short squeeze because of the 35 million shares, who may bring us around $4. Naturally at $4 and 3.5, something like that, we have some big resistance, and a lot of people will be selling. That will be the occasion for the short seller to take their loss at a fair price. Actually, they are trying hard, and yesterday, because the turmoil in the market was a kind of unexpected movement. You can see that this green candle is pretty large, very large, because the price was artificially down. Normally, we should not have been going under 170. And the fact we are going to 1.5 was, kind of unexpected, and some buyers, have been loading the boat heavily. And now I think we're going to consolidate between 1.7 to $2, maybe for the whole month of August. It's possible. It may be even good, because if we want to really go high, we need to unload a lot of short-term players or impatient investor. That's what the short are expecting and hoping, is that if the price remain in that area between 1.7 and $2, that some people are going to sell their shares, and they can cover around that price. They will be losing money because they have been shorting a lot lower, so they will need to take the loss, but they prefer to pay 1.7 to pay 2.5 or $3. So I expect some short-term manipulation by the short to try to cover this 35 million shares at a fair price. Now, be careful. I'm talking to the short here. Be careful, because if Clov come with some kind of SaaS news, and they say they have some news in the pipeline, the price may be going out of control. So I think that they really need to act pretty quickly if they want to cover in the $2 area. Because if they don't do it and some news hit the market related to SaaS, they may be forced to pay $2.5 per share instead of 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. So for them, it's very important here to try, like they have done today, try to push some people out and cover. 35 million shares are a lot of shares. It's difficult to cover this amount of shares without pushing the price high. So, it will be a kind of war between different players, because now that Clov is around $1 billion in market cap, they will be attracting some institutional, and they are going to buy. At the same time, you have Clov, who still have $18 million share to invest in their own stock, like they say. They already used 2 million from the 20 million, so remain 18 million to buy Clov shares. You have retail, you have a lot of people who for some reason are interested to buy. So now we are in a situation pretty difficult, because they will try to keep the price down and you have a lot of people who want to buy. So I think that they may be able to play until some kind of SaaS news hit the market. When that happens, they will need to completely throw the towel and cover at whatever price. Everybody need to remember the kind of numbers Clov was having in the past about the MCSR was around 100%. Now we are at 71. The rate stars 3.5, hoping to go to 4 next year. The situation is a lot more rosy than in the past. Clov still have $500 million in cash. Absolutely don't need to sell shares. So don't, the market and the shorts know that. They know that Clov will not be selling shares to make some, to have some cash, because they have all the cash they need, especially with the company turning in positive earnings now. They are kind of they're not interested by doing that. So what to do? For me, it's pretty simple. That will be my strategy. In the days to come, I'm checking to give precise number. In the days to come, any price around 1.6, especially going into mid-August, any price around 1.6, $160, it's a very, very good new entry point price. I've been buying yesterday. At at $170 I was buying yesterday, and then we closed at 190. I will be buying aggressively if we see anything around 160 to 170 in that area. I think that they may be doing that until mid-August, maybe end of August. depending what's happening in the market, because there is a lot of things that are going on. They are talking about rates cuts at 50 basis point instead of 25. A lot of rumor are running around. Anyway, in the case of Clov, I will not be listening anymore to short-term noise, because there will be some noise. We need absolutely to be focused on the charts, on the SaaS news, and the upward projection of earnings. All in all, what I expect, because let me see. Like I tell you, I expect some kind of profit-taking, some important profit-taking in the area of $3, $5, $4. There will be some people going out. Like I say in the other audio, people have been bag holding for months or years, will be tempted to go out and all that. But in my view, especially when the SaaS news hit the market, and you will have some analysts in the tech area who are going to make some valuation on Clov. I personally expect 2025 the same period we are now, during the summertime of 2025, I expect the price to fill the gap of, let me see precisely when it was. It was in the last months of 2021, if I remember well. Yeah, it was like end of November. We have a gap between $5.8 and $6.3 per share. This gap will be filled. So I expect, if we talk about Clov next year, the same period, that will be cruising somewhere around $6. Okay, so from here it's a 3-bagger, 3-4-bagger, depending, and everybody need to be happy with that. Okay, so again, short-term noise, it's a distraction. We need to understand that the numbers Clov is releasing a lot more positive than back in time, and we have the SaaS sector who will be heading, and nobody really know how they are going to evaluate Clov by that aspect. Actually, it's like more like a healthcare company. Technically, the important moment for Clov was the 11 of July, okay? 11 of July, past July. Why? Because at that moment, precisely 11 of July, we broke an important downtrend, that brings us to the price of 2022, So it's a huge and long downtrend going back to the double top of 2022. And what we see is kind of incredible how precisely it is. We see that the 11th of July, the price have been pushing up on high volume, and we have completely broke this downtrend. And for me, that was the moment, that was the moment I was start buying again. That was clearly the moment where we have the technical confirmation that Clov have been going out of this long bleeding period that we have been passing for the last 3-4 years. So you can check the 11th of July. I repeat, you have been seeing 4 days in a row of very high volume, with the price crushing up the downtrend to go basically from 125 to 170. And that was precisely the moment where the market have officially proved that the Clov was a real player, that Clov is in a new trend, and that we are at the very beginning of a bull run on Clov. You can check all that on your graph, and you will see what I mean. Now, understand and remember, it's important that we have an incredible run from 0.6 to $2. So it is not insane or unacceptable to see that maybe, especially if you are in the position of the shorts who have 35 million shares to cover, that we may be turning around between 1.6 and $2. Naturally, I repeat, it's a dangerous game. I've been burned. I will not hide it. I've been burned regularly on Clov because I've been trying to be smart. Clov, it's a dangerous stock to play games because you have a large amount of short shares. You have big news who maybe completely change the way the market evaluate the value of the company. And you have you still have a lot of naysayers, who have been betting that they will be going in bankruptcy, they will do reverse split, and now all these things are fading up. So it's a very dangerous stock to be in and out. And I repeat, I've been trying to be smart and do it, and regularly I've been burned. So personally, I prefer to put new money when we dip instead of going in and out. In the case of Clov, I repeat, it's very dangerous to do that. Very dangerous because you have too many things that may give you a flash run. Like if we have SaaS news and short covering, you maybe open your PC and see that Clov is around $3, 3.5, and then you cry. Because you have been trying to sell at 1.8 to reload at 1.6, and you open your PC, you have some big SaaS news, and you see the stock at around $3. That will be an horror movie. So here we need to be patient. We have a giant who is building up. Remember, you may be not realizing that because you are an everyday investor who is looking every day what's going on with Clov. I can tell you that a lot of people are absolutely not giving attention to Clov. They don't take it seriously. A lot of big boys, big traders with a lot of followers and all that, they're absolutely not interested in Clov. And they will be coming when we will be at $3-4 in order to go to $6. So you are very early. I know, like me, you may be angry or regret that you have not been, you didn't have the guts to buy at 0.7, 0.8. But we are at the very, very, very low stage of this story. Next year, we will be, and I say that without taking into account the SaaS part, because I don't know how to calculate that and how to give numbers, so I prefer to ignore it. But next year at the same period, in August 2025, I will absolutely not be surprised if we will be at $6 per share, to be totally honest with you. But from now to then, there is 12 months, that is 48 weeks, and a lot of things can happen. Up, down, this, that, rumor, I don't know, remember, that's an important factor to remember. With Clov going above 1 billion in market cap, and with Clov being not anymore a penny stock, they will attract a lot of new buyers. Big pockets, And if these people start to push money into Clov, boys, I don't want to be in the position of the shorts, honestly. That can be terrible. They are already underwater, but they try to play games, because I can see that today they have been shorting the stock. Even yesterday there was 50% of the volume was short. So they have been fighting to keep the price under $2. I don't have the numbers for today, but I suspect they short. But not only short, you have some profit taking of people who buy the rumors, sell the news. There is always this kind of investor in the market. So it's not only about shorting today. There is some profit taking, but it was very controlled, and very limited. So from now to next summer, it will be a great ride. If we arrive at $6, that will mean that from today price, we have, I don't know, a 4-bagger, 3-bagger. That's exceptional. That's absolutely not usual. Basically, that's mean that even today, if you put $50,000 into Clov, next year, you may find around $200. So we are not talking about a joke, I don't know a lot of business or a lot of investment, where you can put $50,000 and 12 months after you find 200. So, I know a lot of people are talking about $10, $20, $30. I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to follow the graph. Even if in the case of Clov, it's dangerous because the shorts, because the SaaS news, because the directors buying shares, and because the institutional will be coming hugely on Clov when we will be above $1 billion market cap. There will be a lot of institutions who will be allowed to buy. So I'm trying to be conservative, realistic, pragmatic, and I personally hope and think that $5 to $6 for next year, it's a great target. For this year, I will go with 3.5, something like that. So that's average, because you may have some flash run on institution, on short covering, and basically sometimes Clov may be going ahead of himself. That's a little problem. I see that. I see Clov having flash run and then come back down. But at the end of the story, $6 next summer. But if you have short covering, if you have institution, if you have SaaS news, you may have flash run to $6 maybe before, and then coming down to 4, and then finish at the summer at 6. But you may see 6 before, because what I'm saying. So be very careful. Be very careful. Keep your target in your heads, and don't drink the Kool-Aid if there is some run who push Clov ahead of himself. How can I say? You must see the graph of Oscar or SCR from the beginning of 2023 until today, and you will see what I'm meaning. Sometime OSCR have been going ahead of himself, and then she go down, then back up, and then down. So in the case of Clov, I see that's happening. You will have some big runs, but it will bring the price too high too quick. So yeah, in that case, you may be tempted to sell, me too, to buy lower, but you never know, because they can give little SaaS news, you have a run, and then you have a big institution like BlackRock or Renaissance who come in with, $5 billion that they put into the stock. And in that case, you will never see again Clov under $6. And you will say, oh, stupid TSS, he says $6 in the summer. We see the $6 in March, and now we are 10. Oh, I prefer to be conservative. I don't want to bet on crazy scenario or, foggy things. I prefer to go with, regular technical indicator. Then if it's better, it's better. But be careful, because if you sell, don't be angry if we go up and never come back down. That may happen. That may happen. Actually, I will not lie to you. I'm really hoping that the price go to 1.6, something over there, and I would really load the boat, because I'm really convinced that we see 3.5 end of the year and $6 next summer. So for me, now that I know that Clov is out of the woods, that we don't go in bankruptcy, that we will make no reverse split, that we still have $500 million in cash, I'm okay, I'm feeling good. And now I want to buy more. And I don't want to spread the words, because I don't want to have people, to buy here. And that's why I'm very happy that there is a lot of naysayers and people who don't look at Clov, who they don't even notice that yesterday during the big bleeding, Clov was okay. That's an enormous message. Even in a horrible situation like yesterday, Clov was okay. That means we are very, very solid. They have tried, I've been monitoring that, they have tried to bring the price down with 2 million shares short that they have been taking, and then in the night they return it because they see that they cannot bring the price a lot lower than 1.5. So they have tried to play tricks, but they fail. And that's an incredible sign from Clov that this company now, at this price, in this situation, is very, very, a very solid investment. So let's see if there is some impatient or crazy traders who help them to cover at 1.6. If that happens, we will need to buy with the short, we will cover, and we will need to buy more shares. Because I really think that in the weeks to come, we will go above $2 and never see a sub $2 price again. I really think that. So this kind of price we have now, 1.8, 1.9, 1.7, it's maybe the last time for years that we may see Clov under $2. So I know what I need to do. I hope you know what you need to do. And let's ride it. Let's ride it. And hoping everything go in the right direction. Take care.